I'm trying to learn how to cycle sync to help me on my weight loss journey. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm trying to learn how to cycle sync to help me on my weight loss journey. So if you guys are new, my name is Jazz. I've been doing this journey of sharing my low sodium journey as well as my weight loss journey. And I want to try to use cycle syncing to help me even more. So what cycle syncing is, if you guys don't know, it's basically adjusting your diet and exercise to the phases that you're currently in. And I just want to basically try adjusting this and incorporate this into my routine that I'm already doing to kind of help me even more. But before I can even get into the phases and everything that I was doing, one of the most important things that I had to do to get started with this is my glow up. So let's do a little rewind so you guys can see how we got here.
You got me feeling good, right about your side. Lost in every move, riding down your smile. Baby, hold me tight, let me trace your lines. Keep it low, cause you dropping it down. We gon' boogie to the sundown, no. Baby girl, you look so fine, fine, fine. 아무 생각 없이 can we tune it out? Show you all I know. Let me ease your mind. Can I come by 6:08? Give me another minute of your time. We'll turn it upside down. Can be sick all night, cause we'll switch it up inside out. And I give all that you want. Let me make you say left, right, up and down.
Okay, now that we're back caught up, let's get into the good stuff. So basically, some people may wonder, why should you even cycle sync? Why is it even important? Cycle syncing can actually help improve your PMS symptoms, it helps your energy levels and your mood. And it kind of just helps you feel a little bit more in tune with your body. You can also kind of feel a little bit more of an understanding of how your hormones start to affect other parts of your body. So you might notice some difference in your mood and energy levels. Like, that's one of the main things people talk about when you talk about cycle syncing, and one of the main things that you really notice. So let's start to get into some of these phases. I'll make it short and sweet so you guys won't get bored with it. So to get in order, we're going to start off with the menstrual phase, which of course is about 1 to 5 days. This is when you need to reset, rest, and release everything. And of course, this is probably when your energy is probably going to be one of the lowest. So on these lower energy days, honestly, all I can do is lay around. Depending on how your symptoms are, sometimes I used to just lay in bed all day, really just rest. Everything is slower paced, and take that time for about a day or two, just so your body can really catch up on everything from the previous phases that you were doing. So that's when I like to just sit down, get a few projects done, and when I start to feel up to it coming towards the end of that phase, I can start things like walking, or like just simple things, going to a car wash, little errands and things like that. The next phase after that, it's a little bit of a higher end. It's your follicular phase once you're out of the menstrual phase, and that's when you start to feel your energy pick up. During this phase, I'm telling you, I feel so motivated. People say there's growth, a spark of creativity. I honestly feel like that, and I just feel like I have to get so much done. I feel so good, and that's what I like to do on those days. I even start to lift a little bit heavier and go in on my workouts because I feel like I missed out on those few days when I couldn't do anything. So like I said, this high energy, you definitely notice a difference, and I think this is probably the phase that I feel the best in. And then after that, we head into the ovulation phase, and some people may even say this is actually peak energy. The energy is still very high, and I do feel that way as well. Like, I can do, like, I guess a combination of the exercises, not just lifting. I can do the cardio, all kinds of crazy things like high intensity interval training. I feel like I can just conquer anything. I feel really good. And then after that phase, we hit that luteal phase, which is the worst for your energy. Those are days 18 through 28. You gotta slow down and prepare for what's about to happen. You kind of just want to slow down, reflect on what you've been doing, and kind of just like nurture that side a little bit more. You know what phase this is, how you're coming into it, and you kind of just want to do things to prepare yourself. So that's why I want to look more into the food and nutrition, and I kind of naturally do that when I feel like I'm getting too tired to work out. That's when I really try to look into my energy sources, which is the foods, and be a little bit more intentional with what I'm eating and how I'm exercising. Like, I was just trying to fight through it that last luteal phase. I'm telling you, I was fighting through it. The last day I tried to go to the gym, I could not make it. I tried to run on the treadmill, my chest was so sore, I could not. I tried to do lifting and a little bit of core workouts. I was dying from the first set of core when I got to those planks. I tried to do deadlifts, my back was hurting so bad, and I just just had that feeling, so that's why I just toned it back from the very intense heavy weights, and I kind of just did light things, and I allowed myself to take those breaks or even just not complete other sets because I kind of already knew what was going on, and that might just do more damage to your body. The point of me working out and doing things is so I can feel good and look good in my body, and if that was just going to be torture, if I know a difference between me pushing really hard and becoming sore and fatigued, like you're gonna pass out or whatever, if you want to go deep into the energy systems and all that stuff, and I know the difference between that and just being lazy. So I kind of felt more this was like that hormonal thing, so I knew to just scale it back. It's okay to take off a little bit and then I can readjust a little bit later. And long and behold, the next day after that, that's when we went back to starting the cycle over into that menstrual phase. So you can see how syncing your foods and your workouts and stuff can really help you. Some of the more easier concepts to remember is really resting during your luteal phase, which of course is the phase right before your cycle starts, and eating more protein during your follicular phase, which is the phase when you start to get that energy and peak. You're gonna want more protein and things like that when you're hitting the gym and going heavy and whatever else you're doing your activities. So the way I learned about all this, basically I did my own research online. You can Google, ChatGPT, all that. You can get self-help books on Amazon. Like I did a few months back, I got this book about understanding your cycle. I can't remember the name, but it's basically around cycle syncing, and they tell you the foods to eat. They basically go in detail with the full descriptions of what the phases are, the foods you should eat during that, and also give you a meal plan to follow. So if you guys might want something like that, let me know in the comments and I can put it down in there for you. But it was a really good book. I believe I read through all of it, or I just started with the basics and then whatever phase I currently was in, trying to work into that. And I know that used to help me a lot, so I thought about it. I was like, let me get back into some of this stuff to kind of help me on this journey, because I think the cycle syncing can help me even more losing weight, because I can understand what's going on in my body and why I might be fatigued on this day or that day, and kind of adjust my workouts even better. So I'm still working good and towards my goals, but I can do it a little bit better, so I won't be fighting my body so hard and actually working with it. Now, speaking of the foods and things, I made the best smoothie the other day. I got my protein intake. I didn't really feel like eating much, so I went in with some fruit. I had some leftover mangoes I put in the freezer, and I just cut up some papaya and put in the freezer. For some reason, the smell of papaya is so horrible. I haven't been able to eat it lately, but I figured I can cut it up and freeze it and then put it in my smoothies, and that'll work. And it definitely worked. Let me tell you, it was so good. I went in with unsweetened oat milk. I also put in some spinach for the extra iron and nutrients. The looks can be deceiving. I'm telling you now, the looks can be deceiving, but it tastes really, really good. And just from this short week of me working this in and really going back into the details on what I'm trying to do, it helped me out so much more. I was so motivated to get out of that last phase so I can get busy with my plan and start planning for the rest of the weeks. And I just had to do a little glow up because I didn't even want to record or do anything. I felt so bad in that phase. Like I just felt ugh and disgusting and ugly, like ugh. But now I'm glad I did this little glow up to get myself back right so we can get into these videos. And if you guys do like these, let me know in the comments, and I can do more videos on the phases throughout the month so you guys can kind of see how that is and how I'm adjusting and basically doing and dealing with this new journey. So the glow up wasn't just about looking good, it's also how I'm feeling and being more intentional about things. And listening to my body was the big win. But really, it's all about making those small changes, and like I said, just really just listening to your body and adjusting to see what works for you. Everyone's gonna be different. But let me know if you tried cycle syncing before. If you're interested in this, you can let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.